I get the free throws, but we were up by 24 points, and we weren't complaining about free throws then. So
Dre,
let's
Dre.
no, we
With
gotta we
all
gotta
due
we gotta
respect,
hold guys
bro, hold up.
accountable. We
With
gotta
all
hold
due
guys
respect,
accountable.
nah, bro, fuck accountability, bro. When you give a team 20 free throws in
Urkel,
a quarter,
the
bro,
team
that's
isn't
what
good enough.
happens, dog.
We gotta make a move. Get a
Come on.
second option. Get a
I'm not
second
trying to hear that. I am going down with this team, bro.
Okay,
Like
cool. Then
fuck
go
all that,
down
bro.
losing.
I
Go
am
down
going down
swinging.
with this team. Nah,
Have your
fuck
chest
that.
out. Be
Fuck that.
prideful
I am
and
pumping my
lose.
chest out because this team can win. What the fuck are we gonna get on the trade market?
Bro,
Seriously,
like
what
an
the fuck are we
old,
gonna get on the trade
retired
market?
boxer who's 38 years old, walks past his prime, and is going to get knocked the fuck out.
Fan base
Boxer,
just loves fucking trades, dog.
it's
We
not
just
about
love
trade. It's about
trade
making the
Andrew,
team
trade
better.
Steph. Let's
Make the
fucking
team
trade
better.
everybody.
Teams are going to blitz Steph more. And that
Yeah,
is
teams
that you
have been
don't,
blitzing Steph for the longest.
you're not going to have a second option to punish those blitzes
The second
consistently.
option, bro. Anthony
They
Davis
should
is
have
like
put
literally
Starks
the
in
second
there.
option. Literally got their blocks knocked off last year.
Yeah, that's cool, but they didn't have a lot of time to gel, and they looked pretty good after the deadline. They looked better than us.
Okay.
That's why they beat us. That's why they
Right?
beat us, right?
Who is reliable and consistent that we can trade and get?
Maybe we shouldn't have drafted so poorly. Maybe Steve Curry needs to get fired. How about that?
20 free throws in a quarter. Come on, dog. Really?
All right, well, losses are starting to pile up.
So let's go to playback. Because I hate fucking getting reported, bro. They record the space and they send it over, and next thing you know, my account is locked up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sick and tired of it. Let me go to playback where I'm just free and I can just fucking speak my mind, right?
Yo, they treated playback like it's Rumble, bro. What the fuck? Man, let me just go to playback, man. I can't, man. Freedom of speech is on play. No, that's a nasty reason to hop off playback, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, Warriors fans are in shambles, man. Warriors fans are in shambles. To put into perspective, what the fuck happened? Right, yesterday. Shout out to Harvey Leone for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate y'all. 9 away from the sub goal, man. 9 away from new emotes. So yesterday, in-season tournament games are going on. And is it gonna show over here? At some point, the biggest lead that the Warriors had was at 24. And this was going into the half. For majority of the third quarter, they maintained a 15 to 17 point lead. Going into the fourth, it got dwindled down to 10. And by the halfway point through the fourth quarter, it was a close-ass game. And the Warriors even had the lead for a majority of this fucking last stretch. And they just couldn't get the job done, man. They just couldn't get the fucking job done. And apparently Warriors fans are in shambles. You know, I was in the playback yesterday with Low. Saw KB in there popping his chest a little bit. Listen, man, Warriors are still the King's daddy. Don't get it twisted. And then I woke up this morning, and these motherfuckers didn't even win. And these guys didn't even win. Light the beam. Light the beam, bruh. Big beam. The biggest beam. The Warriors, let's see what happened. Clay, 6 of 14 from the field. Curry had a calm game, but could have been better. 40% is 4-12 is 5 turnovers, have 5 fouls. It was a mediocre game for Steph Curry. Draymond Green, 3 of 8 from the field, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Andrew Wiggins actually had a decent game. I mean, hey, it was close for a reason. It was only a 1-point game for a reason. They had that big-ass lead for a reason. Moses Moody even was in there for 4 of 4. But on the other side of things, De'Aaron Fox went off, and he could have went off even more because this is not, you know what I'm saying? This is not normal for De'Aaron to shoot 50%. So, yeah, 29 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 steals. Sabonis even had a bad game. Oh my God, Sabonis had a bad game. So who really cooked the Warriors? Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter. Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter and De'Aaron Fox were the main culprits of this choke job. Man, that's tough. That's tough right there. Let's look at the standings real quick. Regular season standings. The Warriors right now are 2 games under 500. They are 8-10. Barely outside of the play-in tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pretty much tied with the Clippers. Yeah, this team is not looking good so far, man. This team is not looking good so far. Steph Curry should not be having to put up... He shouldn't be putting up 30 points on crazy efficiency, best of his career in an already efficient-ass career type of season for this team to stay afloat. Steph Curry needs help. Steph Curry needs help. Their second best player right now is Draymond Green. And I understand Draymond Green brings a lot of value on defense, but at the end of the day, when your second best player is a 9 points, 5 assists, 5 rebound dude, you can only go so far. You can only go so far. Klay Thompson should have been traded sooner rather than later. I think Klay Thompson should have been traded going into the season. Something needed to shake. And I genuinely feel like, based off of their problems last season, Chris Paul is not the answer to their problems last season. Last season, I think their downfall, especially with the fact that Jordan Poole was getting exposed, was a lack of on-ball creation outside of Steph Curry. Andrew Wiggins is not that. If Andrew Wiggins is your second best on-ball creator, hey, you're going to run into some problems. You're going to run into some problems. The answer to that was Chris Paul, and Chris Paul is not the answer to that. Chris Paul is averaging 9 points on 40% shooting from the field. Chris Paul is not the answer to that problem. Klay Thompson, banking on him to have some on-ball development at this point in his career at age 33 after 2 major injuries, not the problem. Let alone Draymond Green. So I'm seeing a lack of creation from this team, especially with how Klay Thompson has regressed and Andrew Wiggins has regressed. I'm not even going to say that keeping Jordan Poole is the answer, but yeah, they need to make some moves. They need to make some trades. If they want to keep trying to win with Steph Curry on this team is not it. This team is not it the way it's constructed. They would need to make some moves. And I think the ancillary pieces are there for them to still make a deep playoff run this season if they make a certain move. What that is, I genuinely don't know. I've heard Zach LaVine in that discussion. One of the dudes in Toronto in that discussion. Like a Pascal Siakam type of player. Hell, DeMar DeRozan might even fit in this discussion as an on-ball creator. And I think genuinely, they have a spacing problem. Their front court right now is Draymond Green and Kevon Looney. Like, I understand Draymond is shooting 46% from 3 this season, but still, small sample size of 2 threes a game. I want to count Draymond Green as a floor spacer, and I would count on this to regress throughout the season. And Kevon Looney, he just doesn't shoot, and rightfully so. So, yeah, I think this is a team that needs to adjust with the times. They need to adjust with the times. They need to accept the fact that they are not leaps and bounds ahead of the league anymore. The league is caught up. And they're the ones that need catching up to do. And if we go through another season like this, and Curry is still playing like this, if I'm Curry, I've given my whole fucking life to this franchise. I've given y'all everything y'all could ask for and more. Y'all, hey, the production I gave y'all didn't even ask for this and I gave it to y'all. I think it's time for Steph Curry to request a trade. If this happens for another season, or like if by the trade deadline next season, this team is still cheeks. If I'm Steph Curry, I'm requesting a trade because I still got a lot of fucking life in my basketball career. I'm requesting a trade. And also at this point, fuck loyalty. Fuck loyalty. Because I feel like regardless of where Steph Curry goes, he has done so much for that franchise that there's not gonna be like bad blood there. But if Steph Curry wants to retire there, I mean, hey, and he wants to be the loyal dude that stays on one team for the rest of his life, I mean, that's on him. It is what it is. I think his legacy is relatively cemented at this point. I do still think there's a higher level he can go up in these discussions to be borderline top 5. Because after 2022, I think it became more accepted that he cracked the top 10. But if he gets another ring somewhere else, as the best player on that team, gets another Finals MVP. Now we got 2 Finals MVPs, 5 rings. Still putting up these numbers. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Steph, I don't even know where he go. But what's in the market? You know what I'm saying? What's in the market?